Hello, magandang umaga. At ang ating pag-usapan po ay itong double standard na ginawa ng Judicial and Bar Council sa pagdesisyon sa pagboboto kay Boying Rimulya. Akalain mo, dapat 7 boto maximum. Nag-inhibit po si Boying Rimulya sapagkat po ay siya ay dapat boboto. Pero dahil siya ay nag-apply, boboto dapat siya bilang Justice Secretary. Pero dahil siya nag-apply pagka ombudsman, hindi siya nag-inhibit siya. Pero ganun pa man, ang pinakaklaro dito, nakaka-rebuild talaga itong ginagawa nila. Binago nila ng GBC mismo. Binago nila ang standard ng disqualification sa mga aplikante nung kay Rimulya na. Dati, nung nag-apply si De Lima sa pagka-Supreme Court Justice, na-disqualify si Leila De Lima kahit top-notcher pa sa Bariksama. Dinisqualify siya sapagkat may 2 disbarment case na kaso sa kanilaban. Yung mga kasong disbarment ay wala pang kwenta laban kay Leila De Lima. Hindi siya pinayagang umupo. Hindi siya pinayagan na may shortlist o maisama sa maiksing listahan para i-appoint, para pagpipilian ng presidente na ma-appoint siya bilang justice ng Supreme Court. Matalino pa naman yung babaeng ito. Pero pagdating kay Rimulya, may disbarment case siya, kapareha din kay De Lima. Inignore, hinayaan na lang ng GBC. May opposition pa si Marcoleta. Nang punto de vista ni Marcoleta ay wala siyang probity and integrity, si Rimulya. Bakit, Kako? Nanggaling ito sa salita ni Erwin Tulfo that sometimes we have to bend the law to please the people. Grabe ah. What can you say, Justice Secretary Rimulya? Ano sagot ni Rimulya? Yes, ibig sabihin po, si Rimulya po ay may tendensya na i-bend ang law just to please what he sees as pleasing for the people. Ganun po. Ngayon, dito pinakita, nag-umamin ito si ex-Supreme Court Justice Jose Catral Mendoza na dinidinig siya ng Commission on Appointment kung aprobahan ba ang pag-appoint sa kanya bilang kasapi ng Judicial and Bar Council o hindi. Ang problema sa kanya ay, sabi niya, although hindi mo siya malalaman kung siya mismo bumuto, pero dinepensahan niya ang buong Judicial and Bar Council sa kadahilanang hindi niya pwede sabihin kung ano at sino-sino ang bumuto pabor kay Rimulya. Kasi nga, confidential. At ang confidentiality ng boto ng mga kasapi ng Judicial and Bar Council ay kailangan daw para hindi maimplumensahan ng mga politiko ang mga kasapi ng Judicial and Bar Council. Buwisit! Double standard. Binago nyo. Si De Lima, may kaso siya, 2 disbarment. Hindi nyo, dinisqualify nyo, hindi nyo pina-first base. Pero si Boying, ang dami ng kaso. Kinasuhan siya ni Amy. Ang kaso ni Amy ay nakabinbin pa, naka-motion for inhibition, motion for reconsideration, at saka inhibition. At alam naman nila pala na nag-issue ang ombudsman ng clearance kahit na may kaso. Alam nila. Kung alam nila, dapat ni-require nilang ang ombudsman magpaliwanag. Ang ombudsman nag-double standard at alam nila na bago umalis si Samuel Martires bilang ombudsman, nagpalabas po ito ng tinatawag na memorandum circular na sa sinasabi kapag sinampa ang mga reklamo ng mga tao laban sa kaninong opisyal ng bayan ay kaagad-agad asikasuhin at idadakit. Lagyan ng numero kagad para tumakbo na ang reklamo. At alam naman nila na itong acting ombudsman hindi naman siya otorisado magpalabas ng memorandum circular dahil acting lamang siya. Pero hindi nila kinwestiyon. Nagpalabas, suspendido muna kuno yung docketing na sinuspindi mo na kaagad-agad na lagyan ng numero para aksyonan ang mga kaso. At dahil dyan, ang mga kaso na sinampa ni Basti laban kay Remulla patungkol sa pag-kidnap sa tatay niya ay hindi kinonsidera na kaso. Ganon din ang kasong sinampa ni Topacio para sa kanyang kliyente na sina Alice Gu at si Cassandra Leong. Hindi kinonsidera ng ombudsman dahil sinuspende niya na ang tinatawag na automatic docketing para aksyonan kaagad. Tandaan mo yan. I'll file a case against you. Dante Vargas. Ginawa mo lang yan dahil alam mo na magsasampa, nag-apply si Remulla ng clearance dahil sa nag-apply siya sa pagka-ombudsman. Ibig sabihin, pinaboran mo. Nobody can stop you from doing it because you completely did it by your own. You exercised that discretion. That was a grave abuse of discretion, Mr. Dante Vargas. Bakit? Deputy Ombudsman ka, acting ka dahil wala na yung regular na ombudsman. Pero, ang hindi mo sinaalang-alang, ang asawa mo ay classmate ni Remulla sa University of the Philippines College of Law. Ano ka? Pinahiya mo ang UP. O ito, pakinggan natin ang hearing kung saan tinanong, inusisa si Jose Catral Mendoza na dating Justice ng Supreme Court na siya sana ang magre-representa pangatlong beses na para sa mga retired justices. Pakinggan natin. Kabuang talaga.
Is it merely ministerial or does it involve judgment and discretion?
Your Honor, it involves judgment and discretion.
Ulitin. Talangin
Thank you
natin.
very much, Justice, and welcome to the Senate and the Commission on Appointments. My first question is very simple. Is the exercise of the JBC's functions of shortlisting candidates for the judiciary ministerial? Is it merely ministerial or does it involve judgment and discretion?
Your Honor, it involves judgment and discretion. With respect to the disqualification, there are automatic disqualifications if you have pending cases. But when you meet the criteria and you're not disqualified, then discretion comes in. There are so many factors to be considered by a member in considering an aspirant. Is not only his bar rating, his academic records are also looked into, his experience as a professional, the honors, the awards he garnered, his reputation also, his integrity,
Thank
and
you.
his record.
So dito, ang tanong ni Amy sa kanya, yung pagpipili ba, yung mag-apply ba, pag mag-desisyon kayo, ano ba yan? Meron kayong kapangyarihan sa pagsasabi kung kwalipikado siya o hindi? Yan ang tanong. Sinagot niya na may pagkakataon na diskwalipikado dahil sa automatic ang disqualification. Ano yon? Kagaya nung may pending case siya sa ombudsman. Kagaya kay Diliba, may pending case siya sa kanyang disbarment. Tinanggal siya. Pero kay Boyeng, hindi siya tinanggal. At nung pinasa siya, hindi siya tinanggal, saka daw pumasok yung kanilang pag-iisip kung tatanggapin siya o hindi, kung iboboto siya o hindi. Pagkatapos dito, tinanong siya kung sino-sino ang boto, hindi niya may sasagot kung sino ang pwede ang bumoto kay Boyeng Rimulya sapagkat confidential daw yung kanilang boto. Parang confidential fund ni Sara. Confidential din ang boto.
Thank you very much, Justice. In other words, the JBC is not a mere rubber stamp. Is that correct? I mean, its job is not merely to ensure that it ticks off all the requirements or deletes in the case of disqualifications. So otherwise, the Constitution wouldn't require such stringent qualifications for one to become a JBC member. Isn't that correct, Paul? Isn't it though before applicants should have already qualified on the last day of the application? I heard this is a practice for regular applicants for the judiciary, the RTC. Why change it for some people? Why does the JBC keep changing its rules? Does the JBC favor someone?
Ayan, double standard.
Why qualify an applicant on the very last day of final deliberations? I refer to the case of Attorney Logan, who was only issued an ombudsman clearance on October 6th, the same day the shortlist was released and sent to the office of the president due to 2 pending ombudsman cases. Why were the rules suddenly changed in her favor?
Actually, Your Honor,
Oh,
in the
kung nahirap siya pagpaliwanag. Oh.
when we publish the announcement inviting applicants for we invite the public to report, to comment, to endorse or oppose the applications of those listed applicants.
Invite sa public, hindi niya naman kinukonsidera ang opposition ng public. Nung klase.
Not all submit their oppositions on time. There are those who submit their clearances when they apply. There are those who reserve or they ask for time to submit their clearances. And after that, there are also oppositions, complaints against the applicants. And in our experience, most of the complaints they're not that serious as to disqualify a candidate. So we consider every opposition, we ask them to comment, to comply with the due process requirement of the Constitution, so they are asked to comment. The last day,
Ang tanong ko sa iyo, Justice, hinihingian nyo ng mga kandidato ng comment sa mga opposition na bang publiko? Hiningian nyo bang publiko na mag-comment sa comment ng aplikante?
because of our experience of complainants or oppositors filing their complaints and opposition during the last week or the last few days of the final deliberation, we deem it unfair if we will automatically disqualify them.
The fact na mayroong reklamo. Ano pang silbi ng certification? Hindi nyo na-resolve yan. Nagduduwal. Ang kay Amy Marcos mismo na reklamo, matagal na yun na reklamo. At dinismiss nga para lang on purpose. Sanadya ni Dante Vargas na i-dismiss kasi kaklase ng asawa niya si Buying. Tapos may magsasampa na bago, nagpalabas siya ng inunahan niya, nagpalabas siya ng kalatas na isuspindi muna yung automatic docketing na sinasabi sa May 25, 2025. May basihan po ang reklamo. Nag-file pa nga si Amy ng motion for reconsideration. Ang problema lang, hindi nyo sinaalang-alang justice. Na yung nag-dismiss ay may political color. Mahirap
Justice.
We have to study if the matter is very serious or not.
Ang pagsabi nyo mag-desisyon kayo kung serious hindi, discretion nyo, bias na po yan, pumapasok ng pagka-bias nyo.
Surely that doesn't require an oppositor to file with the JBC. Surely that is of note. Why was Attorney Logan considered, given that the ombudsman clearance was only given on the same day, yesterday, when the shortlist was given? The deadline had long passed. Why is the JBC changing its rules to favor certain people?
Oh.
It's still within
Ang tinutukoy ito ni Amy, yung isang kandidato na pinapasa nila, si Attorney Annalisa Lugan, na kasama ni Lisa Aranita Marcos sa kanyang law firm na Marcos Ochoa Serapiutan law firm.
the rules, Your Honor. Before the voting, they should, if they can submit a clearance, they can be qualified and can be
Even on the same day po.
same day.
Because they're given to understand that the required documents are supposed to have been submitted in September, as is usual with regular judges in ordinary courts.
Yes, sir. With respect to
Pinapayagan niyo yung delay na submission ng clearance. Pero hindi niya pinapayagan ang last minute na sampa ng kaso. Ano yan? Ibig sabihin yan. Double standard na naman kayo.
judges, we have considered it to be the last day because there are so many good judges.
So there's a distinction po.
When
The
they ask-
ombudsman is special and regular judges have to comply with the rules.
No, they have the same qualification if they have a
But
pending.
there was a deadline.
Mali. Ang ombudsman, mas malaki ang power kaysa judge. Mas mahalaga ang power ng ombudsman kaysa judge. Matindi kayo?
For the requirements to be submitted in September,
Oh.
a deadline that was actually extended repeatedly.
Oh, yan ang
Yes.
isa pa niyang problema. Ang deadline, extend niyo to accommodate. Double standard talaga kayo.
It is on the last day of we call it the final deliberation. If they can submit a clearance, they can be considered.
Ayan naman, pumapasok naman pagkabayas ninyo. Justice Jose Catral Mendoza.
With respect to
Several dates were given po. In
Yes.
September, I recall.
yes, Your Honor.
In any case, did you participate, given that you were reappointed twice? Did you participate in the proceedings in the shortlisting of the ombudsman candidates po?
Yes, Your Honor, because my appointment was ad interim.
So,
Sige, Catral Mendoza, inappoint siya sa panahon ng pangatlo niya na to. So, -6, 2025 -6, Ah, 2019, inappoint siya ni Duterte. -6, 2013, inappoint siya ni Noynoy. So, yan po yung pangatlo siya kung saan siya nagtatanda sa kanya. Napaka-corrupt na itong mga
Given the two
justice na to.
appointments, you in fact participated, so we are very curious about the occurrences with regard to the JBC shortlisting yesterday. It is very clear that the JBC requires that an applicant should have no pending administrative or criminal case before any office, considering that Secretary Boying Remulla was included in the list of nominees, despite having pending cases and issues touching on propriety. Would you agree that such inclusion may cast doubt on your council's adherence to the constitutional requirement of recognized probity and independence?
We were aware of that. Senator Pangilinan was there, and Congressman Luistro was there when we considered the first issue of whether a candidate is disqualified or not. So in the case of Secretary Remulla, he was able to submit clearances from the ombudsman. And then we checked the JBC rules, and in the JBC rules regarding disqualification, if you have a pending case with the ombudsman, you will be disqualified. But if there is any other administrative case before any other government agency, it will be subject the discretion and evaluation of the individual members.
Yan, dyan na pumapasok ang bias nyo. Siya subject sa discretion of individual members. Bias talaga kayo. Diyan na po, pumapasok ang magic. Tatawagan kayo kung sino-sino. Sigurado ako tinawagan ka ng Malacanang para iboboto si Remulla.
It is only, I do not know why the administrative cases of pending before the ombudsman are different from the other agencies, but that is the rule. And
But surely you're aware that the pending cases were not merely administrative, but in fact criminal. And we can hardly say that recognized probity is in fact upheld.
Mr. Honor, that is, we are aware of that, but
Napadala sa inom niya ng tubig. Napapanik siya.
he was
Nakabahan.
able to obtain a clearance. So,
As a matter of fact, some of these cases arose before Secretary Remulla made his intentions known that he intended to become ombudsman. Is this a person of recognized probity? Also, a lifelong politician?
Ang
Is this
politician, hindi pwede magiging person of recognized probity and integrity. Kasi politiko yan, normal sa politiko na mimili ng boto. Paano mo sasabihin ang politiko na magiging patas sa laban? Wala siyang integridad.
a person of recognized independence?
the voting yesterday was in secret, it was confidential. We do not know the members who voted for him and the member who did not vote for him. So
Alam mo, ang boto nakuha ni Remulla, 5. Ang naka-perfect lang na boto, si Michael Aguinaldo. So, ibig sabihin, may isa doon sa 6 na hindi bumoto kay Remulla. So, malamang si Kiko yun ang hindi bumoto sa kanya. At ang bumoto sa kanya, si Leonin pa, na graduate ng College of Law ng UP. Fraternity ata sila. Ano bang fraternity ni Leonin? Tingnan ko. Fraternity, Law Fraternity. Tingnan natin, ha? Si Remulla naman, aba, ano bang klase ito? Ba't hindi alam ng AI? Tingnan natin kung anong fraternity nitong dalawang ito. Patuloy mo natin si Amy.
May we ask your indulgence? Alexis Mundo, even ask us to execute an undertaking that everything should be confidential for the protection of the members of the JBC, especially the regular members who are not politicians. They are apolitical.
We are certain that you are aware that in 2012, for the position of chief, two pending disbarments against Laila de Lima disqualified her.
Before you answer, Justice, the chair would like to acknowledge the presence of Senator Joel Villanueva.
Yes, so this occurred in 2012 when she was disqualified
Yes.
because of two disbarment cases. I am certain that you are aware that there are disbarment cases filed against Secretary Remulla. First, on the 23rd of September, Attorney Topacio filed. Thereafter, on the 2nd of October, acting Davao City Mayor Baste Duterte also filed a disbarment case. In addition, our chairman, Senator Marcoleta, filed his sworn opposition. But in the short list submitted yesterday to the Office of the President, it still included the name of Secretary Remulla. Why is that so, considering that there are two pending disbarment cases and a sworn opposition?
Sige, paliwanag.
We considered
Yeah,
them
nakita mo,
as
double standard.
complaints, but in our discussion yesterday, it was considered that last-minute oppositions and complaints were considered as mere oppositions by the JBC.
Are you saying, Justice, that all of these cases against Secretary Remulla are entirely baseless?
Double
No,
standard
it's
ka naman.
still ongoing, but in the minds of the members, there were.
You admit that they were still ongoing, certainly.
Yes,
yes,
Your Honor.
You can hardly say that he is qualified. You yourself said if there are pending cases, and
Yes.
you said that they are ongoing,
Ongoing.
how could you have disregarded them and included him in a short list?
Uh,
You can form your preliminary judgment or opinion on the cases for purposes of JBC proceedings, right?
Yes,
Are we saying that these are baseless? Is it not clear that the case I filed at the Ombudsman was dismissed by the acting Ombudsman Vargas on the sole ground that the Supreme Court would raise prejudicial questions? Certainly, the Ombudsman didn't tackle the merits in any way. Hence, the JBC should have considered it and given it more weight.
was considered by all the members of the JBC, but we do not know the reasons of each and every member. The JBC.
What were your reasons as a member? How did you
Ay, yung
justify
rason
his
mo.
inclusion?
Ay, yun sabihin niyan kasi confidential.
He was able to secure a clearance with respect to the criminal cases. And then,
Ayun ang mahirap sa classmate na Smith eh.
with respect to the disbarment, there were
Si Dante Vargas kasi, ang asawa niya, classmate ni Remulla. Magka-classmate pala si Marvic Leonen. Si Marvic Leonen ang bumoto kasi wala si si Chief Justice Gismondo. Yan,
Are
magkaklase.
considered one and the same act by the body. The members of the JBC come from different interests. I represent the retired justices. One represents the academe, one represents the private sector, and one represents the IBP. The government is represented, the Senate is represented by
Sir, we're aware of the different sectors represented in the JBC, and we are certain that they're all qualified and
Yeah.
fit. However, given the cases that were pending, what will happen as a former Supreme Court justice if the Supreme Court decides that no prejudicial question exists and that the ombudsman should have resolved the Remulla cases on its merits? Do you think that Secretary Remulla can ever be fair in deciding the cases against himself, now sitting as ombudsman? If he inhibits, do you think that it will allay any notion of partially considering that it is still his underlings who will finally decide? Does that not put us in an untenable position?
yes,
Ang galing ng mga tanong ni Amy.
Your Honor, I agree that
Kung sa mga Bisaya pa, kapuliki, tubag si Jose Catral Mendoza. Papanik siya.
he has to inhibit
Ang hirap
himself,
niya
but
sumagot.
he's in a position to
Kasi halata naman na
as the
bumoto ka kay Remulla eh. Kasi inappoint ka eh. Halata na bumoto ka.
ombudsman. Yes,
Naniniwala ko si Marvic Leonen hindi bumoto kay Remulla. Kaya bumoto sa kanya si Kiko. Si Kiko Pangilinan. Ano kaya? Anong batch
he's
sa
in a
UP?
position to influence the deputies if who will replace him if he inhibits himself. But there's so many factors, and we cannot at this time predict what those factors are. But the human factor is very important. Their background, their sense of justice, like that.
Would not that be the same problem? Is a decision on the two disbarment cases is adverse to Secretary Remulla? How can it be enforced, considering that he is an impeachable officer? Did the JBC not take this into account?
We took this into account, Your Honor. We know that there is a process. With respect to disbarment, sometimes they are directly filed with the IBP, and then it is referred to the council or the committee in the IBP, and then if they have finding already, it will go to the Board of Governors. And all their findings are recommendatory. It is after the Board of Governors of the IBP, they will recommend to the Supreme Court. The Supreme Court will be the final arbiter.
Yes, Justice Mendoza, we're aware of the process. Merely that it appears that the JBC did not adequately take into consideration all these issues. We are aware, Mr. Chairman and Justice Mendoza, of the tremendous pressure upon the JBC. However, it's apparent that the JBC subverted its own rules and really performed extraordinary leniency in the case of at least two applicants, by which we're totally perplexed and rather alarmed for its future performance. That's all, Mr. Chair. Thank you very much, Justice Mendoza.
Alam mo si Justice Mendoza, next talyo ni siya, Brad siya ni Duterte. 1970 siya gumraduate sa San Beda College of Law. So, ayan siya. Pero bumoto yan, kumontra yan kay Duterte kasi binoto na si Mendoza, si Remulla.
Thank you, Senator Amy.
Si Marcolita.
Any more questions? Congressman Alan?
Thank you, Mr. Chairman. Justice, may I ask for your view on the use of
Pangit
artificial
yun.
intelligence in the judiciary?
Pangit yung question na yan.
We do not automatically
That correct, sir?
Ito, ang tanong
Or
naman
any
ni...
association, disciplinary committee?
we do not automatically disqualify at this time because there are some and on that is the JPC. If an applicant
Po sa framework, intelligence,
also, and we have computerized everything registration, it's an acronym ORAS, the applicants,
and that's why I'm very interested.
everything, and also AI is your honor.
And the previous rules of the... Thank you, Senator.
Ito, kay Marcolita naman ang tanong.
Justice, a few questions from the chair.
Is your honor.
And the previous rules of the Judicial and Bar Council, those with pending cases or pending complaints are automatically disqualified. The case in point is that case of then Senator, now Congresswoman Laila de Lima. Because of her pending disbarment case in 2012, she was automatically disqualified. But soon enough, your rules were revised. And because of that, under Section 5 of your revised rules, Paragraph B, those with pending administrative cases or complaints before any court, office, tribunal, or government office, agency, or instrumentality, or before the IBP, or any association, disciplinary committee, or body, when in the determination of the council the complaints are serious or grave as to affect their fitness for nomination, ay disqualified lamang po. But again, kung madidetermine ng council na yung complaints are serious or grave as to affect their fitness for nomination. Ang ibig pong sabihin nito, Justice, if the council feels that the complaints are not serious or grave enough to affect their fitness or nomination, hindi po madi-disqualify yung applicant. Is that correct, sir?
With respect to disqualifications, there are automatic disqualifications like if you have been you have pending cases in criminal cases in the courts. And
Yes, Justice.
with
Ang
respect-
sinasabi ko po yung sa Section 5, which
Yes.
says the following are disqualified from being nominated for appointment in any judicial post or the position of ombudsman, deputy ombudsman.
Yes,
Ito pong sinabi ko, pero ang kolatilya po, when in the determination of the council, the complaints are serious or grave. Ibig sabihin po, kung hindi serious at saka hindi grave, hindi po siya madi-disqualify.
po,
That's
sa-
right, sir.
it pertains to the administrative cases po. If it is pending in the ombudsman, an applicant is automatically disqualified. But with respect to the pending administrative cases or complaints before any office, court, tribunal, or any government office, ito po subject to this discretion of each member. Yun ang
Yun nga po ang ibig ko sabihin,
hindi ho,
Justice.
hindi ho automatic.
Yun nga po. So, ibig sabihin nito dahil nag-file po ng disbarment si Mayor Sebastian Duterte,
Yes po.
Ibig sabihin po, in the discretion of the council, hindi siya serious or grave enough. Tama po ba?
Ang what I heard yesterday was the argument that it refers the complaint refers to the same act which was in a complaint previously dismissed by the ombudsman or earlier dismissed by the ombudsman. Nag-prevail na reason yesterday. I just cannot disclose the members who gave those reasons, but it prevailed yesterday. Yes, sir.
This
Grabe,
representation, Justice,
Talagang tinawagan kayo ni
filed a
Bongbong
sworn
Marcos, ha?
opposition to the application of Secretary Rimulya to the office of the Ombudsman on two grounds. Secretary Rimulya publicly announced that he added restitution as requirement to the Witness Protection Program. That requirement does not exist in the law, but he insisted. That justice, to my mind, clearly indicates or demonstrates the lack of required legal acumen as well as adherence to the standards of probity befitting an ombudsman. Second, the Secretary's affirmation of the bending the law constitutes a violation of the Code of Professional Responsibility and Accountability. These two grounds, Mr. Justice, are not enough for the JBC to consider.
It's like this. We receive your complaint or opposition against Secretary Remulla. We considered the reasons, but there were two issues yesterday. First was whether or not he is disqualified. And then doon na pumasok sa, because he was not disqualified, he can be voted upon, pumasok na doon yung consideration of the merits of your complaint. Doon he was not able to get a unanimous vote. Pero hindi ko na masabi ko sino yung mga votante. But they considered the reasons you gave. Your two reasons were very important. We received them, we read them.
Oo, at bumuto kay pabor kay Remulla. Very serious ang akusasyon. Biro mo, bend the law? Oo lang, bend the law? Paano ka mag-ombudsman kung ang batas babaliin mo?
We considered them. But
How did you consider that?
sana.
How did the council consider the sworn opposition?
Ano yan? Nasa weight na ho yan. Nasa weight. Not sa qualification or disqualification, but on the weight na sa voting ng a considered candidate, nandun na sa weight to yun. The members, majority are appointed by the president. They considered that it is, they voted, the majority voted for him, so they did not give it much weight, or the opposition.
Mr. Justice, one of the overarching principles that guided the creation of the 1987 Constitution is the desire to promote the rule of law, as is stated in our own preamble. Pag sinabi po nating rule of law, this is the guiding post. When somebody affirms that sometimes we can bend the law, you or the JBC took that very lightly, Mr. Justice?
No, Your Honor, we, in the interpretation of the law, we can be strict, or we can be, what do you call that? For example, in the interpretation of the Constitution, if you are a strict one, they call you an originalist. And if you want to adapt to the times, they call you, you are a believer of the living Constitution. Ganun, no?
We're not interpreting the Constitution, Mr. Justice.
Yes,
I'm asking you whether the rule of law is still the foundation of our Constitution.
it is very much the foundation.
When somebody affirms that the law can be bended, that is inconsistent with the Constitution. Don't you think so?
Yes, I agree with that, but sometimes it
Yeah.
depends
Gawin mo na, sometimes it depends.
upon the
May double
context of
standard ka, i-agree ka na bawal yon sa Constitution na magsabi bend the law.
how it is used.
Okay, how it is used. Gumawa ka naman dahil ng palusot ka pa talaga, Katral
Bending
Mendoza.
of the law, whether it is freely, if they are interpreting it liberally.
Did you know how it was used, Mr. Justice?
Yes,
We were discussing
Yes,
whether
Your
or not restitution
yes, Your Honor.
is a requirement for an applicant to be processed under the
Kabubuhan yun.
Witness Protection Program.
Wala
Yes,
sa
yes.
And
batas
suddenly
yan.
the Secretary of Justice insisted that one requirement is restitution. It is not there.
It is not in the law.
Aware of that. Yes.
And somebody suggested that sometimes the law should be bent. That
Yes,
was
sir.
the context, Mr. Justice.
I heard it, Your Honor. I saw it on
And if you hear it from no less than the Secretary of Justice, abrogating all the cornerstones of our belief in ourselves, in our Constitution, then you still include him as an applicant to the Ombudsman. Somebody who will preside over the lives, the properties and liberties of every citizen of this country.
Tama!
You take
Sinasalang-alang mo ang mga lahat ng mamamayan na reklamo dahil babaliin ang batas ay hindi na makapagreklamo, hindi na makakuha ng katarungan dahil babaliin ang batas.
light of
Masunod na
that.
lamang.
The JBC will take light of that, Mr. Justice.
the majority considered it as slight.
So the majority
The majority
took light
Dapat tanggalin yung mga majority na yan. Hindi naniwala sa rule of law.
of the opposition of a senator of this republic, Mr. Justice.
that is a fact, Your Honor.
And six of
Grabe.
them,
Bastusan na talaga ngayon. Grabe. Bastusan na. Yan si Luis Tro bumuto papabor kay Limulya.
based on their discretion, the opposition is not worth it. Is that it, Mr. Justice?
He, ang hirap ka sumagot, no?
All there were six yes, excluding the secretary himself, because he is also a member of the Judicial and Bar Council.
Because of his inclusion in the shortlist, Mr. Justice, will you favor amending further your rules
Yes, Your Honor. We
that
have-
would give a chance that all prospective nominees or applicant to the ombudsman should already be subjected not to the JBC but the Commission on Appointments?
It's up to you, Your Honor.
It's only a suggestion, Mr. Justice.
But with respect,
Just thinking aloud, Mr. Justice.
yes, Your Honor. With respect to the JBC, we have set tomorrow up to Friday to review and amend the internal rules of the JBC, considering past incidents, and we are inviting the public to submit their
Pero
recommendations.
hindi nyo naman
So it will be a
hindi nyo
3-day
naman
workshop
kinakonsidera
to
ang
amend
reklamo ng publiko. Mga luko-luko
And
talaga
the-
kayo.
internal rules of the Judicial and Bar Council.
What would you think of the public thinking that somebody who affirmed that sometimes we should bend the law has become the ombudsman of this republic?
I do not have time really to read the social media, but
Kanina sabi mo na alam mo. Tinanong ka ni Marcolita na kung napanood mo yon, sinabi mo, oo. Ngayon, I do not have really time to look at the social media. Ano ka ba klase?
My position is different. I am a believer of the rule of law. I was a justice for several years at a regional trial court. When I was a regional trial court, I adhered to precedents. Also, when I was a justice in the Court of Appeals, I adhered to the precedents. When I was in the Supreme Court, whenever I make a ruling, I was very aware that our decisions will be considered as precedents by those following us. So that's my experience being in the judiciary. That's why I believe in the rule of law.
But
Thank
in
you,
the case
Mr.
of
Justice.
Remulla,
Any
you
more
did not do your
questions?
job.
From floor?
Mr. Chair.
Yes, Assistant Majority Leader.
Thank you, Mr. Chair. Good morning, Mr. Justice.
Morning.
The ombudsman position has been vacant since July 27, 2025. And
Si ako Bukol Party List member to si Garbin, kasama ni Sadi ko.
following the retirement of Samuel Martires with JBC's public
Walang
corruption
kwenta tanong
probe,
niya eh.
JBC implement to ensure compliance with the 90-day
There was a
Wala.
reorganization with
Walang
respect to
kwentang tanong yan.
on 19. There was a sudden change. And there was a sudden change of representative,
Ito
which is
ngayon,
wanted
nireject siya ngayon eh.
brotherhood in the fraternity.
Ang problema ngayon niya ay nireject siya ngayon ni ni Marcos. Ni Amy Marcos. Pag inupos lang kahit isa lang ang umupos, hindi na siya ma-appoint.
Is any more questions from the floor? If there are no more inquiries and clarifications, Senator Amy.
Senator
Yes,
Jaime.
Mr. Chair. Thank you very much, Senator Marcoleta and Justice Mendoza. I am, however, deeply disturbed, nay, alarmed by the responses of Justice Mendoza to the questions of the chair, of Congressman Garbin, of Senator Villanueva, and those of myself, casting a doubt on indeed the probity and independence of the Judicial Bar Council. At this juncture, therefore, I am unable, without further clarification and more responsive and adequate answers from the justice, to support the appointment of Justice Mendoza. I'm sorry po.
Ayun. Object. Na problema sila ngayon kasi nag-object si Amy Marcos sa pag-appoint pag-confirm kay Jose Catral Mendoza. Yan, na problema sila. Kaya mag-adjourn sila. Okay.
Mr. Chairman, may I ask for a minute suspension? Yes, Chair.
Ayun. Pinost na talaga ni Amy ang kanyang
Session suspended.
So, yan po. Yan diyan natapos po yung Commission on Appointment hearing ni Justice Catral Mendoza. Grabe kayo. Double standard kayo. Grabe. Magtawag na lang ako. Teacher's Pet TV, sometimes you have to bend the law. Yan ang mangyari. Tapos, Kiko, Attorney General Toto, boss, bangagman boss, bangagman is a desperate pa kasi kahit anong strategy nila na wala si BP Sara sa politika, prob futile. Kaya Adik is doing his best. Someday, somehow, mawala si BP. Ricky Albay, maayong udto, Balong Toto. Crispin Rivera, mayap aabak, Dr. Engineer Toto. O mayap gat panapo na. Mayap Aug to, Crispin, sa mga kabalin ko. Tapos Ariel Dator, paano mabayaran? Paano nabayaran ni Ngagba? Kaya ganon. Paano nabayaran ni Ngagba? Kaya ganon yung mga GBC. GBC na yan, nabayaran yan, pero pera-pera lang ang buhay pa yung mga justices na yan, nasa impyerno na ang mga kaluluwa niyan. Rick Reyes, Adik Reyes pala, watching live po, Katoto Tirador. Salamat po, Nick Reyes, Cassandra Daisy. Remulla's appointment will trigger a stronger people power and God's power. Life forever. Dr. Kausing, gaya ng salita ni Buying, no done deal na. Tapos nabayang na done deal na. Kaya bago pa lang magkaroon ng listahan sa aplikante sa ombudsman, ay done deal na si Remulla sa pagitan nila ni BBM. Nakakahiya naman sa mga ibang kwalipikado. Nag-apply pa sila. Yung pala, gagawin nila sila manok-manok. Gagawin sila ng yung salimpusa. Cassandra Daisy, mga congressmen na nagnanakaw ay hindi makukulong. Dahil kay Remulla, kasama si Sandro Marcos, kay Kumaro, People Power, Ricky Albay, magkano kaya binawad sa kay DV, Pidahiya, may mga taga-UP, haslo nga mga alimutok, nandiyan nigali, okay. Kay Camaro, Protect BP Sara, Save the Filipino People. Fernie Pinto Sr., good day, bossing, ingat, laban, kabayan, bunyog. Julito Paloma, wala ka nang magagawa. Senator Amy, kapatid mo ang naglagay sa kanya. Ano pa ang gusto mo mangyari? Sisihin mo si Bangag. Hanili, show us the public's comment then. Honey B, wala. Nagsabi lang comment pero hindi naman pinapakita ang comment. Honey, not serious ang ginagawa ni Buying. Grabe, hindi serious. Hanili, nahihirapan siyang magsinungaling. Ariel Dator, grade 6 lang. Ata ang tinapos niyang justice na yan. O hindi marunong sumagot eh. Mel NSJ sa Good Morning, Engineer Tirador. Dario Silvestre, JBC for me is bending the law. Guys, sometimes you have to bend the law to favor Remulla. Examine violation of basic human rights by Remulla. Baski Sagmita, mas matalino pa si Manang Aimee. Mas magaling si Aimee magsalita. Cassandra Daisy, si Ochoa, na little president ni Noynoy Aquino ay kasama ni Lisa Marcos sa law firm. We were fooled sa mga pinklawan. O nga, pinklawan yan, pero kasama ni Lisa. Cassandra Daisy, bend the law, i-reach Tolpo. Basti Sagmita, mas matalino pa si Senator Aimee sa kanila. Kulang lang sa diploma para siya maging abogado. Kiko Coco TV, isang indikasyon na mas sinungaling ang isang tao, nagsinungaling tao ay nahihirapan sa pagsagot. Yon, sigurado ko nagsinungaling yan si Jose Catral Mendoza. So, RPM Las Vegas, golden rule sa Pinas, ang he who has the gold makes all the rules and breaks all the rules too. Cassandra Daisy, Senator Kiko at Luistro ay kasama to bend the law. Life forever. Lahat ng baluktot na palusot ni Justice Mendoza ay ginawa niya para lang masunod ang sometimes you have to bend the law. Ayun. Honeybee, wag kang yumuko, nahiya ka ba sa angkan mo? Ronel Santiago, wither lang yan. Ganyan din naman sa panahon ni Duterte. Tama na. Kaya kung panahon ni Duterte, gano'n, dapat itigil na yan. Huwag na ipagpatuloy. Ronel Rivera, hindi makialam si Duterte sa shortlist ng mga ombudsman. Tama. Ronel Santiago, yung pag-appoint kay Martires noong panahon ni Duterte, may humarang ba? Kasi kwalipikado naman. Iyan ang problema natin. Si Buying ang pinakaunang politikong naging ombudsman. Tama ka, the first politician. Dapat politician, hindi mo consider na may probity at integrity. At least, si Buying ang pinakaganid na posisyon. Ang masasabi ko lang hawak sa liig ang mga sindikato ni Marcos. Ronald Santiago, walang humarang kay Martires, binigay ng ISI ang mga pagpipilian ni Duterte noon, hindi katulad ni Boying na ang daming isyu bago nagpa-appoint. RPM Las Vegas, according to Rappler, the DPWH seeks to revoke all the licenses and certifications of all companies and all registered project engineers na sangkot. And you thought you can become a PE again. Wrong. White or Ouroboros. Pwede pa bang maging ombudsman ang may history sa politika? Bawal dapat. Ted Mac, NG. Drama at show na lang yan. Na-appoint na, ginawa na ng paraan, tapos na ang boxing. Dennis Kausing, hello Brad. Evanator, good morning Katoto. Hindi po dadaan sa Commission of Appointment si Remulla. Nilo, sila may-ari ng batas basta utos ng hari, hindi nababali. Hanili, Sos, but naman may haharang the appointee did his job. Based on law, klaro ang kademonyuhan ni Boying. D+, hindi naman naging judge siya si Boying. RPM Las Vegas, nakabanga talaga tayo. Pare ko, can you say train wreck? Cassandra Daisy, kung naging Chief Justice si Leonin, ay posible na dahil nabuto niya kay Remulla. Grace Lumactod, we don't like Remulla. Rodel Santiago, hindi sa sino gusto magbigay maging ombudsman yung appointee ni Duterte kung hindi raman si Dilima. Rodel Santiago, ha? Pinagsasabi mo, tsaka napasok si Dilima. So, Honeybee, yung walang pending case yan ang sa rules, di ba? Mag-research para di mukhang bubo. Rodel Santiago, isa si Dilima ang kandidato na pagka-ombudsman. Hindi sumama si Dilima. Cassandra Daisy, kawawa naman ang matanda na ito. Siya ang ginagawa ng dirty job. Tapos Rodel Santiago, fake news ka. Hoy, nag-research ka na muna. Hanili, what? Saan ka planeta galing? Are we on the same page? It's not even in the shortlist. Vladimir De Leon, Iglesia ni Cristo. Vladimir De Leon, kapatid na ka Eduardo ay Manalo. Ka Anghelo versus Manalo. So D+, pagpadila ng baha. Napadila pa. Ronald Santiago, basahan mo na ng caption ni Dr. Kausing. Tapos, Al Aristin Lacuna, wala kayong magagawa, mga ugok, lalo kung kalbo ka. Ganit sa akin, wala ka na bang argumento? Tawagin mo lang ako na kalbo. Cassandra Daisy, Kiko, bumuto dahil ayaw na niyang house arrest kay Digong. Vladimir De Leon, Jesus is Lord. Bra Eddie, Villanueva, Senator Joel. Okay, D+, Ronel Santiago, bago ka mag-comment, mag-research ka muna, hindi kasali si Dilima sa mga nag-apply bilang ombudsman. Kakahiya ka. Ronald Santiago, kinontra ni Amy appointment ni Justice Mendoza sa GBC. Sinasabi lang po ni Amy na yung noong araw na nag-apply si Dilima sa pagka-Chief Justice sa Supreme Court ay dinisqualify siya kagad dahil may disbarment case laban sa kanya. So, Cassandra Daisy, siguro umihi sa pantalon ng matanda na ito. Mahirap depend ang mga mastermind na magnanakaw. D+, Ronald Santiago, hatat talaga mag-research Buplax. Disqualified dati si Dilima para maging Chief Justice. Tapos Honeybee, it was during her time na na-disqualify agad. Nag-research ka muna. Hazel Aquino, yan tuloy, disqualified siya. Isa sa bumuto yan kay Boying. Siya kasi si Kiko, tsaka si Luistro. Hazel Aquino, sayang si classmate ni PRRD, napadala si Boying. Honeybee, yan makinig ka. Ronald Santiago, anong mag-google ka na ba? Huwag ka na muna mag-comment agad. Sa Cassandra Daisy, people power na lang kasama ng matinding pagdadasal na sana God will please save us. Ronald Santiago, okay na, at least papasok na si Remulla at siya ng bagong ombudsman. Jimmy Boy Biyahe, takot na takot sila maging ombudsman. Si Boying, tapos na si Remulla. So, disqualify ang JBC dahil dati si Dilima kasi may disbarment case siya. At least ako naka-research, hindi katulad, okay? Honeybee, see kung ano pala kayo, kabubo. Wala palang alam, permanent, comment ka ng comment, ha? Jimmy Boy Biyahe, takot na takot sila na magiging ombudsman si Buing. TPS na si Martires. Tapos na si Martires pala. Romel Santiago, okay na yon. Basta, ang importante, pasok si Buing. Cassandra Desi, napaka-powerful talaga ang mga mastermind. Pati yung justice ito ay selling his soul to the wolves. Hindi magiging judge yan si Buing tapos magiging ombudsman. Alam mo naman, simula pa lang ay di na sumunod sa due process. Si Jimmy Boy Bahe, ang reklamo nyo, Marcolita, si Martires, bakit wala siyang kinasuhan na korap? Marami naman. Hindi, pero majority are claiming that his health will deteriorate. So, lifesaver, huwag kayo magpadala magdala mayroong mas higit na marunong at mabigat humatol sa mga masasama ang Diyos Ama. Cassandra Desi, Ronald Santiago, paano masasampahan ang mga magnanakaw sa flood scam na kalyado niya? Ayun ang tanong. Problema natin yan. Sa umpisa pa lang may conflict of interest na. Anak ni Buing, hinuli. Yung isang anak niya, congressman, may mga flood control project na ghost, guni-guni, na check ko na. Jimmy Boy Biyahe, si Martires, wala man lang kinasuhan. Virgie Figuero, wala tayong mapala sa adictos. Cassandra Desi, litong justice ito, one day request for allowing himself to be used by the devils. Virgie Figueroa, na nanginginig na si Tanda, walang kwentang gobernong magnanakaw. Jimmy Boy Bahe, Ben Dalo, okay, Ben Freddy, gaguhan na talaga, ngayon lang, nangibabaw ng pera. Cassandra Desi, Ben Dalo, mahiya, kaya hiya itong basta matanda na ito. Plus yung sumang-ayon, palang si Buing, sinabi ni Tulfo, doon parang pwede na siya disqualified. Pastor Rodi Rabi, Jimmy Biyahe, Marcolita, Ben Dalo is not broken by law. Giosel Rose, pera ang katapat ng mga taong sobrang kakahiya. Robbie Rose, stay safe, stay happy, At magandang umaga sa inyo. Cassandra Desi, napaligiran tayo ng mga illegal na tao. Rodi Rabi, at saka nakakahiya. Yung mga diskaya, hindi binigyan ng Witness Protection Program kasi may sariling batas si Buing. Okay? Jimmy Boy Bahe, sabi ni Tolpo, ang taong pinakamataas kaysa kabatas. Tama naman, wala naman Ben Dalo. Van Freddy, patawa ng patawa. O sige, Honeybee, Jeremy Boy Biyahe, napakahalata na kaya binigay. Ulit, Bon Freddy, o mapagkwentuhan, life forever, dapat may mag-file ng impeachment. Cassandra Desi, Rimulya ay kalyado ng mga magnanakaw sa Congress. Moreno watching from Cordoba, Cebu. Maayong adlaw diha sa Cordoba. Kay Tommy sa Camotes Island. Kasi dadaanan natin Camotes ng Cordoba Bridge. Jimmy Boy Bahe, sa mga ayon Rimulya, sinabi ni Tulfo ng taong bayan, life forever, mahirap na kasi ang congressman. Yan lang, hanggang dyan na po tayo. Magandang umaga po sa lahat. Magandang hapon po.